এয়া আকাশবাণী গুৱাহাটী বিদ্যাৰ্থীৰ অনুষ্ঠান। মৰমৰ ছাত্ৰ-ছাত্ৰীসকল, তোমালোক আটাইকে প্ৰীতি আৰু শুভেচ্ছা জনাই আজিৰ অনুষ্ঠান মুকলি কৰিছোঁ। আজি নৱম শ্ৰেণীৰ ছাত্ৰ-ছাত্ৰীসকলৰ বাবে ইংৰাজী ব্যাকৰণৰ পাঠ আছে। ছাত্ৰ-ছাত্ৰীসকল, আজি তোমালোকক টেন্সৰ বিষয়ে ক'বলৈ লোৱা হৈছে। তোমালোকৰ বাবে পাঠ যুগুতাই আগবঢ়াইছে তাৰিণী চৌধুৰী চৰকাৰী উচ্চতৰ মাধ্যমিক বহুমুখী বালিকা বিদ্যালয়ৰ শিক্ষয়িত্ৰী শুভলক্ষ্মী বৰুৱাই। আজি শুনা এই পাঠৰ দ্বিতীয় খণ্ড।
Hello students, I am Subhalakshmi Baruah, here to do with you an English grammar class which is a continuation of my previous class. In the last class, we had given a short introduction to tenses and the different types of verbs, and we had spoken about finite and non-finite verbs. Today we will very quickly talk about the different types of tenses. Now, when we talk of tenses or verb structures, in English there are 12 verb structures or tenses. Actually, there are 3 main types of tenses. I hope you have your notebook and pen ready with you. So please note down, or if you already know, please let us recap. There are 3 principal types of tenses. They are present tense, past tense, and future tense. And you also know that each of these tenses have 4 subtypes. That means present tense is one family, past tense is another family, and future tense is the third family. Now, each of these families enjoy the surname or title present tense, past tense, and future tense. But each family has 4 members. Present tense has 4 members. They are, and you can write down, simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. Similarly, the past tense family has 4 members. Simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, and past perfect continuous tense. The future tense family also has 4 members. They are simple future tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, and future perfect continuous tense. Now we know the names of these 3 families, and we know the name of the family members of these 3 families. But knowing the name is not enough. We also have to know what they look like. That means for human beings we have photographs, but for verb structure families we cannot have photographs. So what do we have? We have verb forms. And to help you to put a form to the names, let us again draw a table. I want you to draw a table, a very big one, and in the heading, I want you to divide this table into 4 columns. In the first column, you write the heading tense. In the second column, you write the heading present. In the third column, you write the heading past. And in the fourth column, you write the heading future. Now, in the first column, which is called tense, you write the word simple. Now, next to the word simple, under the column present, you write verb in first form. To help you understand better, you write an example, play, play. In the second column, which is past, you write verb in first form plus d oblique ed oblique ied. Now, to help you understand this, let us write the verb in first form plus first. So the verb is, say, play. You add ed to that and it becomes played. Then to help you understand where you use D, write the verb like, L-I-K-E, like. So when the verb spelling ends with E, you have to simply add D. So it becomes liked. And when the verb spelling ends with Y, you have to replace the Y with IED to convert it into simple past tense. So it becomes TRIED. Now let us move to the third column. In the third column, you write will oblique shall plus verb in first form. So to help you understand this, let us use an example. The verb in future tense, simple future tense will be will play or shall play. Now, if you have completed all the three columns, now draw a horizontal line across the table. So here what we have are the verb structures of the simple tenses of present, past and future. So how do you read it? Look at the heading in the second column, which is present. Then go to the heading in the first column, simple. So simple present tense. Can you read the word in the first column under tense, that is simple? Then go to the second column, that is present, and then go to the first column heading, that is tense. So simple present tense. What is the verb structure of simple present tense? What is the verb form? It is verb in first form. So the example is play. You can also use the example of like, or you can also use the example of try. That means the verb which does not have a tail or a trunk. Like elephants have a trunk and they have a tail. So if you don't use a tail or a trunk to the verb as it is, that is the verb in first form or the base form. And for simple present tense, the verb structure is to use the simple base form or first form of the verb without adding or subtracting anything from it. Again, first column simple, go to the second column past, go to the heading of the first column tense. Simple past tense. What is the verb structure of simple past tense? It is verb in first form, but here now we are going to add a tail. And what is the tail? The tail is D or ED or IED. So when do you add ED? When the spelling ends with a consonant word like Y. There you add ED. When the spelling ends with E, you have to simply add D and not ED. And if the spelling ends with Y, you have to replace the Y with IED. Now let us move to the third column. Simple future tense. I'm sure now you are able to read the table in a proper manner. Look at the first column, the word simple. Go to the heading of the third column, future, and go to the heading of the first column, tense. So simple future tense. What is the structure of the simple future tense? It is will oblique shall plus verb in first form. So example, will play, shall play. Or you can also use the example of will like, shall like. You can also use the example of will try, shall try. So here we have all the verb forms or verb structures of the simple tenses of present, past and future. Now let us write the word continuous, C-O-N-T-I-N-U-O-U-S, continuous, in the first column of this table. And now we are going to write the verb structures of the present continuous tense, past continuous tense and future continuous tense. So what is the verb structure of the present continuous tense? It is verb, which is, when you talk of verb, we are talking of verb in first form. So you have to first add a trunk, am, is, are, plus verb, plus ing. This is the verb structure of present continuous tense. So look at the second column heading, present, go to the word continuous in the first column and then go to the heading of the first column, which is tense. So that is how you're going to read the table. Present continuous tense. What is the verb form? Am, is, are plus verb plus ing. So what is the example? The example you can quickly note down is am playing, is playing, are playing, or am liking, is liking, are liking, am trying, is trying, are trying. Now let us write the structure of the past continuous tense. You write in the next column was oblique verb plus ing. So the example is was playing or were playing. Then let us go to the third column, which is future, and let us write the structure of the future continuous tense. What will it be? Will be oblique shall be plus verb plus ing. And when we are talking of verb here, we are talking of verb in first form. So the example is will be playing or shall be playing, or will be liking or shall be liking. So how will you read this table? First look at the heading of the second column, present, then go to the first column, continuous, and then go to the heading of the first column, which is tense. So present continuous tense. What is the structure? Am is are plus verb plus ing. Second one, past continuous tense. What is the structure? Was, were is were plus verb plus ing. Example is was playing, were playing. And then future continuous tense. What is the structure? It is will be playing and shall be playing. So similarly, you can write down the structures of the perfect tense and perfect continuous tense. So present perfect tense, the verb structure is have oblique has plus past participle. So the example will be have played or has played. Past perfect tense is had, had plus past participle. So then the example will be had played. And for future perfect, the structure is will have or shall have plus past participle. Then let us go to the last tense structure, and that is perfect continuous. The structure of present perfect continuous, right under the present column, it is has been or have been. That means have been oblique has been plus verb plus ing. So example is have been playing, has been playing. And for past perfect continuous, in that column you write had been plus verb plus ing. Example, had been playing. Okay. And for future it is will have been plus verb plus ing, or shall have been plus verb plus ing. Now let us quickly read this table once again. So you will find that there are three simple tenses. What are they? Simple present tense, simple past tense, simple future tense. In the simple tenses, what is common among all three are verb in first form. In the present tense, you leave the first form as it is. In the second, you have to add a tail, that means ed, d or ied. And in the third future, you have to add a trunk, that means in front you have to add shall or will. In the continuous tense, you'll find what is common is the verb plus ing form of the verb. And in front of that, for present, you have to add either am, is or are. For past, you have to add was or were. And for future, you'll have to add will be or shall be. Now look at the third one, perfect tense. For perfect tense, what is common in all three are the past participle. What gives the different present, past and future forms is the have verb. So have and has gives the present perfect form, had gives the past perfect form, and future, that means will have or shall have plus past participle, gives the future perfect forms. And for the last one, that is the perfect continuous forms, you will find that what is common is been plus verb plus ing. What is different for present is have or has, that means have been or has been plus verb plus ing. For past it is had been plus verb plus ing, and for future it is shall have been plus will have been plus verb plus ing. So today I have given you an introduction to the verb structures of all the four verbs, and I hope you have been able to take down these verb structures, because students usually make the mistake. So today you have learnt the verb structures or the verb forms of the three principal tenses and their four subdivisions. So here I will end today's class.
নৱম শ্ৰেণীৰ ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰীসকল, আজি ইংৰাজী ব্যাকৰণৰ পাঠত তোমালোকে টেন্সৰ বিষয়ে শুনিলা। তোমালোকৰ বাবে পাঠ যুগুতাই আগবঢ়ালে শুভলক্ষ্মী বৰুৱাই। আজিলৈ আমাৰ সময়ো হৈ আহিল। তোমালোকক পুনৰ প্ৰীতি আৰু শুভেচ্ছা জনাই আজিৰ অনুষ্ঠান ইমানতে সামৰিছোঁ।